Hi everyone, my name is Robyn Eckersley. I'm a self-care coach and the founder of Robyn Eckersley Coaching LLC. Welcome to my very first video. This one's going to be a vlog, so I'm going to post it up to my blog on my website, www.robyn.coach, but chances are if you're seeing this already, you already know where that is. Just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from the East Coast of the United States, specifically Maryland in the Washington, D.C. area. I live with my husband and our two cats in Las Vegas, Nevada. And as a self-care coach, essentially I work as a life coach in that I help people identify what it is that they want to achieve in their life, what are their goals and their dreams. And we identify ways to put some plans together to help them get to those dreams and kind of, it'll get rid of some of those things that are getting in their way. Why aren't they living their dream life already? So we figure all that out together through a partnership. And the self-care coach part comes in that I do my best as my coach to help keep your well-being at the forefront of your journey. While you're busy achieving the life that you want, we want to make sure that you are your optimum self, because there's no point in achieving your dreams if you're too burned out to actually enjoy them, right? We don't want to be exhausted. We don't want to be overworked. We don't want to be, completely by the time we actually see the success and the achievement that we're working on, right? For this particular video, I want it to be the beginning of a series where I start to share, my development and my journey with you. So, I work with clients on their journeys and help them kind of, see what's getting in their way and see what they really want out of life and do that work with them. But something that, I want you to know is that I, as well as everyone else you're going to be meeting, we all have that going on too. For me, personal development, it's kind of a hobby of mine. I love seeing, what else can I achieve? What else can I develop within me? What else can I learn about myself? I have a coach and he's helping me on my personal development path and helping me kind of achieve my dreams and goals and see what's getting in my way as well. And one of the things that I wanted to do for the longest time, ever since high school really, is to find a way to include the creation of art in some form or another as part of my regular life, as part of my routine. I'm not going to say every day. That might be a future goal of mine, but for right now, once a week, I want to be creating something beautiful, working on something that's completely my own, that's completely an outlet for artistic expression. And for the past forever, I haven't been able to make the time to include that as part of my life. So art tends to sometimes, at least for me, kind of stay in that role of an elective. When you're in college and you need some electives to round out your major and round out your degree, art was definitely one of those for me, and I loved it. But because I didn't see a career in it, I didn't nurture it. And I'm really curious to see, what that was for you. Do you have a passion that you just kind of let fall to the wayside or not really nurture because it wasn't going to be the focus of your career life, and so you just kind of let it slide and not pay attention to it? For me, that was art and that was sports. For the longest time, volleyball was my life, and I loved it, and there were so many things about it that brought me a lot of joy, but it just wasn't going to make me money. I wasn't planning on being a professional athlete, so I just kind of left it as it became less and less of a priority as I got older. So I've been out of college for a while now. I'm 33 years old, and I'm working with my coach to include moments of joy, specifically artistic creation, into my life now. So what do I do? What is art to me? So for me, art provides a way for me to be creative, to kind of explore and push my abilities creatively, and seeing what it is that I can build and bring into the world that's completely unique and completely my own. Plus, I think it's super fun. I love working with color. I love working with different media. Obviously, I like color. I have blue hair at the moment and a bright pink shirt. So I think life is super beautiful and exciting, and that color and texture and patterns, I think those are all ways of reflecting that beauty in life. So I used to make a lot of jewelry. I like beadwork. I love wire work, like copper wires or silver wires. I would make these very elaborate bracelets and necklaces and whatnot. I also do paper work, so I work with quilling, which I'm not sure if you've heard of what that is before, but it's essentially taking really thin strips of paper, rolling them up, and molding those rolled up pieces of strips of paper into shapes, and then making those shapes into something beautiful, kind of like a mosaic. So I have a couple of projects that I began like over a year ago, and they've just sat there because I have had so many other things going on that, you know, playing with paper has really, unfortunately, taken a back burner. And then finally, something that I decided I can pay attention to and like devote my time to without feeling like I should be doing something else, like I should be working on my business, I should be, working out or something. It's I should be doing something to further my personal growth. I have decided to take on some projects, some little mini projects that serve both that feeling of I should be making progress in various aspects of my life with the creation of art. So I was able to kind of find a way to make an art project out of my desire to make the most of my time. My clothing and my jewelry situation is a disaster. It is very messy and it brings me no joy. And I know that I feel really excited and I feel inspired and I feel joyful and I feel actually more creative and motivated when I'm surrounded by organization. And you know, when I'm getting dressed in the morning and I'm putting myself together, I don't want to be in an environment of chaos and mess while I'm kind of putting together the face that I present to the world. How am I showing up? How am I showing up for other people? How am I showing up for myself? How am I expressing myself today? That is something to me that is another way of expressing who I am. And to be doing that amidst clutter and chaos and disorganization is not inspiring, and it becomes a struggle instead of something that I look forward to. So what I can do, very simple, create a jewelry organizational system. Very basic. So of course, went on Pinterest, found some very inspiring pins, took a little trip to Michael's for just for some little hooks. Ended up with all of this other gorgeous stuff, of course, plus they have amazing sales, so I didn't feel guilty doing any of that. So here's one thing that I was working on and that I actually have finished. I got this little wooden frame that came with just a frame and this piece of rope at the top to hang it on the wall. And then I took yarn that I already had in my stash of art supplies, and I just tethered some yarn, and this is to hold my sunglasses now, to organize them so I don't have to put them all over the place. So I can I can hang this up on the wall, and I can hook my sunglasses on. And it was really fun to do this. I was just watching the Olympics with my husband, just messing with yarn. And now I'm going to have a really pretty place to organize my sunglasses so that they won't get scratched on the tabletops or wherever I used to leave them lying around. Also, super basic, didn't take very much time, didn't take very much brain power, and I can do that, like I said, while we were watching the Olympics, so I was still kind of spending quality time with my husband while making something at the same time. Second thing, I got this really cool arrow. Got it from Michael's. It was just a plain decorative arrow. And these are the little hooks that I went to Michael's in the first place for. And so I've turned this into a necklace holder. I could just mount this on the wall, hang up my necklaces like this, or if I have particularly large ones, hang them very wide so they don't get tangled up. So super basic, also visually interesting. So the next thing I have to do is essentially just mount this on my closet wall. I'll have to get a little bit creative with that though, because these tiny screws that come with the wall mount, I broke 2 of them. So right now I only have 1 of these affixed. So I might just get creative with that. And also something to note that this just came as a solid piece of wood. The only thing I had to do was buy the hooks and then use a drill to drill some holes in the bottom and just make it my own essentially. So excited to put that up there. And then finally something similar, I took a look at what kind of stuff I had around the house anyway, and I had this cork board just lying around, and I never really liked it for an office because I think it's too officey. I feel like it's not inspiring, and it feels very like ugh. So what I did is I took that and drilled some holes in the bottom. This one was a little bit too close to the edge and I split the wood, but it doesn't matter because no one's going to see that part except for you guys. Drilled some more holes across here, and now I have another necklace holder. And so this is a work in progress. This is going to be transformed so that I can use it to help organize some of my earrings as well. And the reason I currently don't hardly wear any jewelry at all or any kind of accessories is because it's all tangled up. And if I have to constantly sift through it and constantly like pick out pieces, it just takes too long. So I end up walking out the door with whatever's easily grabbed, like this adorable necklace that my mom got me a few years ago. So now, hopefully, once I mount everything will be much more accessible. I can be more excited about getting dressed in the morning, and when, that's when you're kicking off your day. So I don't want to start my day feeling ugh, or feeling like, brought down by the chaos around me. So it's just one little thing where I can, 1, incorporate art into my life, and 2, kind of get some organization into a time where I really want to start my day in a motivated and inspired way. So small steps. I know it's not like this massive like Picasso painting or anything like that, but it is a way for me to kind of ease into it. I have some other projects in mind that I'll update you on when I start to get around to them, which will be soon because I do have a deadline for one of them for about 3 weeks from now. So this is my path, and I want to share it with you guys. So if you have experience with incorporating art or things of beauty into your daily life, I'd love to hear your comments. Go ahead and leave them below. And if you have any questions, or if you want to reach out or even just say hi, go ahead and email me at robyninstereo, that's ROBYNINSTEREO@gmail.com. I should be getting a different one soon. But Robyn Eckersley is generally my handle on social media too, if you want to find me on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or some other places. Thank you for allowing me to reach out to you in this format. Video is an intimidating place to be, but I hope this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Make your life beautiful. It's short, so make it sweet. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.